you don't know which way to go.
Welcome to the Superpowers Podcast. This is the Living Legends edition, and I'm blessed to have so many living legends around me, people that I consider legends because of the things that they doing, things they do in the community, and the way they just handle their business, man. Real businessmen. And today we got one of the realest businessmen and just straight up real men that I know, Stephen Bryant, aka
Appreciate it, bro.
the
Appreciate
owner.
it. The owner in the building.
The owner in the building. And he brought his book, which I had the opportunity to read twice because that's how good it is. And it was easy to read for me because I felt like you was talking my language.
Yeah.
It was easy for me to comprehend. It wasn't like, and it ain't like a children's book, but at the same time I heard, when you're trying to explain something to somebody, you should make it easy. Sometimes people make it difficult, but I mean, you just talking the language of a hustler, the language of a black man trying to get his business hand straight. Yeah. And the title really got me. How to Own $1 million and Keep It. The and keep it was the most important part.
Man, that's the real part too.
Yeah, because like I said, I had somebody come to me when I first opened my business and said, "Hey man, I lost and got money 10 times before I learned how to keep it." And it was really like a message for me. So it stuck with me because I went through the same thing. And what inspired you to do this book, man, or just even just the name of it?
Well, the inspiration was my people. Like, I know the audience. You know what I'm saying? I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to us. And things don't have to be complicated. So I know you getting money, however you getting that money, whether you dancing, you dancing, or you're cutting hair, or you doing what you do. You know what I mean? You doing what you do. You getting to that money. The object is to keep it because the money goes fast. And we usually be in a consumer mindset. And I'm speaking from experience. I done made a lot of money and I done spent that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know where it went. Like, you ever been in that position? Like, I'm 44 now, but I was young. Like, I had businesses that like documented stuff. 22, had semi trucks, barbershops, restaurants, and just doing things. I couldn't retain the money. So it was a lesson that had to be learned, So how to keep it. And it's not the amount, it's just keeping your money, like making it work. Whether it's $100 working for you or 10,000 or 100,000 or $1 million.
So where did your journey into the business world start? Like what sparked that business mind?
Man, to be honest, it was my mom. When I was in the streets, my mom loved my mom Dukes, man. Like, just loved her. And she was gonna cut me off. So she like, you get your ass and do something, or you stay away from me. I don't want no parts of you. So I'm like, boom, went and open up a restaurant. And it actually was something that I hated at the time, but it was something you can't teach in a book. So I learned. You know what I'm saying? I got that experience, and I'm learning, I'm grinding. It was hell for me. I'm young. I'm trying to kick it and party, but I'm in here every day. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's where, bro.
So when you say in the streets, man, like, what was your experience in the streets? So what drove you to just, and like what type of money was you seeing in the streets? Like, was it?
Man, I don't.
I mean, you ain't gotta disclose amounts,
but
just
sure,
like
sure.
was you riding good? Was you able to take care of your family?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
The streets was an experience. So, like, I'm North Side, Brittany Hills, like that's where I'm from. But what I did learn is that I'm gonna say our normal as young black men and women. You know what I'm saying? Our normal ain't normal. So what I'm thinking is normal, getting harassed by the police, pulling up on us, they in our neighborhoods every day. I thought that's what it was supposed to be like. Yeah. So that was the normal. So in the streets, it's just like you move accordingly. And I seen some things in the streets, seen some money, seen people get money, but it's just like when you start maturing or looking, like my dad worked crazy job, crazy shift. And he just used to tell me, like, man, you got to get on something. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to do that. And my mom, she did too. Okay. But she told us to work for ourselves.
Okay.
Like she worked 40-something years for a job, and they just kept playing her. She go get a degree. They hire somebody younger, somebody of a different ethnic, Caucasian over her. She like, y'all gonna be entrepreneurs, and that's what we went after.
Nah,
You
that's
know?
major because a lot of parents really, they don't really inspire their kids to be entrepreneurs. I know in my generation, it wasn't like that. My mom actually did for me though. Um, it was because she worked a job, but she also did like I think it was home interior.
Yeah,
She hustled, and I
yeah.
used to go with her to
Dope.
hustle. You know what I'm saying? I just carry her stuff in,
Yeah,
make sure. But I just seen her hustling, and it was like, man, I don't want to work for nobody. Even though I understood she did both, I just, I did take that from her, but she
yeah.
just never really pushed it on me. You know what I'm saying? But
But the seed was planted. Yeah,
the
you
seed was
watching it.
planted
Yeah,
indirectly, and sometimes that's what you got to do. Maybe for me, that was the best way.
yeah.
Because even if she would have pushed it on me, who's to say I would have just gravitated to it, man. But I read in your book, man, you started off selling lemonade, man. And you said that you made more money picking up the cups than actually selling the lemonade. So
Okay.
yeah, so how did
Yeah.
you really get into like? I know you said your parents, but for you, was it like just
It's just so it's like this. So I was in the dogs young, right?
okay?
So I'm gonna skip past the lemonade. I was in the dogs young.
Yeah.
And I just liked this selling stuff. So my mom helped me deliver my first litter. My dad bought the dog with papers. I had a lot of mutts. We bought a dog with papers. And I at the time I didn't know what a mentor was, but it was a guy that was in the game. But I used to go clean up his dog poop and stuff for free because I liked the dog. So I'm just watching him. And he also sold dogs. So when I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh man, I was just thrilled by it. So it just started from there. Then we got to cutting grass and just moving around. Then we did mess with lemonade too. Newspapers, you know what I'm saying? Newspaper routes, all of that type stuff.
Yeah.
You ever have a newspaper route?
Nah, man. But I
Damn.
tell you, somebody, I was walking past this, I think a delivery truck at the
Yeah.
time, and the man was like, "Hey, would you go set this package on this porch?" And when he did, when I did it, I came back. He gave me a dime,
Yeah.
but I was like first grade or something, man.
Oh
But
yeah.
that dime was just like, oh man, all I got to do is
Yeah.
help out and I get some money.
Yeah.
So it inspired me to just try to figure out something early. You know, my first hustle was my homeboys used to go to Camelot and steal tapes,
Yeah.
and my dad beat that stealing out of me, so I wasn't encouraged to do that. But when they used to come with the tapes, I would buy them.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, let me just get all of them, and then I go to school and be the one selling them. So that's when I was like, yeah, okay, I'm a hustler. And see, I told somebody before, I'm like, man, I'm a hustler. And they like, well, they thinking I'm just saying a drug dealer.
Yeah,
But the
man.
reality
That
of it
ain't
is,
Yeah.
hustling is hustling.
It's a
Whether you
mindset.
cutting grass, whether you flipping a product, you know what I'm saying? So you could be hustling. I've been hustling my whole life. I was cutting hair for $3
Yeah.
when I was younger. Just hustling, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it sounded like you was. Like you was dealing with the dogs.
Yep.
Anything that'll make you some money, you was already a hustler.
Yep.
And you play sports, right?
Yep, I did. I did
Yeah.
some football, some boxing, just neighborhood stuff for real.
You think that
Little
had an
basketball.
impact on your mindset of how your discipline or making money, making moves or taking chances or
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just like too, like just didn't want to settle. So it's just maybe it's two different type of people. Like you won't. I can't speak for nobody else. Just the mindset, man. I just always wanted to get something for myself, and I feel like I'm definitely nowhere where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still in progress and working on that. You know what I mean?
nah, man, you definitely motivation for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So sometimes you are exactly where you need to be to get where you trying to go. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Because I know you motivated me. Like I said, even reading this book, I seen something in there, and I want to ask you this: uh, what do you feel like your superpower is?
That's a good question, bro. So mine is knowing how to play my position. That's one. The other one is I'm good at organizing people. So that's kind of go together. If I organize people, I don't have to be, you only got to see me. You know what I'm saying? I could be part of the situation and not even seen in the situation, but I want the situation to win for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's two right there. That's two of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I read in the book. You said something about, when you organize your team, the people
Yeah.
that was around you, and they just, I like what you said. You was like, I remember your dog birthday. I'm just good with people.
Yeah.
He was like, I feel like it's just a superpower the way I could just make these pieces move for me, and that is a true superpower, man. Being a people person in general.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know what I'm saying? Because it's beneficial when you dealing with business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, let me get a story, man, of when you really, really had to take that risk, or you really was in a situation where you didn't know how to come up out of it, but you did.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you you want a street story or
Whatever, you know what
all
I'm saying?
right.
That first
So,
one that come to mind.
all right, come to mind is it's getting a property, man. I feel like it's a property that really, with me being who I am and the age I was when I got the property, that people didn't want me to get the property. I joined the organization. Not joined them, I paid for it. I paid for education, right? You know what I'm saying? You pay for the game. Game sold, not told. So I took a course, and the same people I took the course from, they had financing in there, right? So I tell them about the project. I found it. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna drop some jewels on here too on how to. I'm gonna give y'all something I do on my master class for free right now. But excuse me. Long story short, I get the property. Well, I'm trying to get the property up. I'm trying to get it in contract, and I'm trying to use their financing.
Yeah.
Why they backdoored me? They sent somebody to go get the property, man.
Wow.
The guy was cool with me. I'm good with people, you know.
Yeah.
So the guy was cool with me and told me. He told me what they said, who they was. I'm like, oh wow. Nobody knew about the deal or that the place was for sale. So with that being said, that was something right there. And I went through different situations, different things to make it happen, but it ended up happening though. So we got the deal, got the property, still on it to this day. That was it, man. It's some details on that. And then the free jewel is, if y'all looking for some properties, they all around you, you know, like they all around you. So I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, right? So I ain't scared to knock on doors. Yeah,
That's
like,
real.
So I ain't even scared of rejection. Like you slam the door in my face, have a good day. Like I mean, I ain't I don't feel no type of way. So you knock on doors and you tell people like, hey, and you don't be direct, like, hey, I want to buy your property. If you know anybody selling properties or want to sell a property, let me know. We're buying properties in the area. And boom, say it's an elderly couple. They got older friends, you know, they usually downsize. This is like common normal information. So you cut their grass for free and they gonna give you information, bro.
Real talk.
And I came across a lot of properties like that. And it's always a win-win.
Yeah.
That's free game right there. Hit your neighborhood, don't be direct, knock on the doors.
Was that something that you got from like a mentor, or it was just something that was just naturally that you? Because I know you said in the book that you would like, give the incentive, like even just offer people some money to help you.
Yep.
And I was like, man, that's wise because, you can get the inside scoop from somebody who just next to somebody who's trying to get rid of something and don't know what to do.
And you pay people, money be motivation. So my roofers done brought me houses because they want to make that $1,000 or $5,000. But this what I just gave y'all ain't even in the book. That's just something that I got well over 22 properties with, just knocking on doors here in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Directly, you know.
Yeah, man. So you say real estate is probably your most lucrative investment?
I would say, yeah, real estate. So you get earned income as faster things than real estate because real estate ties up your money. And it's not a fast game. It can be. I did wholesaling with no money down, like really no money down.
Yeah.
Because you take a piece of paper. If you from where I'm from, it's like middleman in a pound.
Yeah.
He got the gas. He want the gas.
Yeah.
Boom, I make my little points, right? Houses is the same way. So I did that. But real estate is definitely a safe place for your income because it's insured. It's going up. 9 out of 10. It's going up. And if you buy good, you in it good. You might have some equity when you buy.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, give me one of the street stories, man, where you was, caught up in a situation and and how it improved you and or helped you as far as transitioning into a business,
So
man.
actually, it's when I caught a case when I was younger, right? So, however, I was doing whatever I was doing, right? So when I caught my case, I had got in trouble before, but this case had me. I didn't know about the feds or nothing like that, right? I didn't understand the Fed game,
Yeah.
so I get picked up and charged with something that I didn't do.
Okay.
But because I was there, it's called a conspiracy case.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still baffled by this shit. Like, hold on, you know I didn't commit the crime, but you charged me for the crime. So I'm like, oh shit. So after that experience, I'm like, man, it just like knocked some sense into me. Like, oh man, I got to do something different. So I'm doing my time, laying on my rack, because I went to jail for it, for the conspiracy charge, and that's why I'm like, man, I don't I feel like I wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to be a rapper. I was like, man, so. And then I'm watching guys in there. So in the feds, you've seen all kind of guys in there. It's people you'll never, ever get to meet in your life. They in there for tax stuff, people in the Forbes. I didn't watch TV. So I'm in that joint just learning. Like, I ain't here to make friends. I'm learning, getting my health together. I was overweight. Just fell off. I used to be an athlete. But so through that experience, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do real estate. That's what I chose. And got out, hit the ground running, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, we met years ago at the gym.
Been locked in since.
Yeah, we've been locked in since.
Real
man.
recognized real.
Yeah, real talk, real resume.
Real resume.
Yeah.
Yes,
Matter of
sir.
fact, that's the name of your podcast, right?
We're gonna do some partner up
Yeah,
stuff too. I was thinking that just
yeah.
being here. I appreciate the invite. I like
For
what
sure.
you got going on.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I seen who you're having the show. Y'all got
Yeah.
some big names on here, man.
Hey, man, like I said, to me, you a big name, man.
Yeah,
like I said,
appreciate
I was able to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Watch you just and I know you've had it before. You've always been in the game, but I was able to just you'll be telling me about stuff and then you'll be doing it, and I'm like,
absolutely.
damn, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So, man, I appreciate you being motivation, man, for not just me, but even just like I said, reading your book, it was one story in there that I gotta talk about before we get up out of here.
Okay.
Is you said that you came up out of a place downtown and you seen a homeless family.
Yeah.
And you something overwhelmed you and you gave them a place to stay for a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, people do things that, are unseen.
Yeah.
But it's really like a blessing to not just that person, but even to yourself, because you didn't go into it, but you said, at the time you did it out the kindness of your heart, but did it end up being a benefit as far as like on the business side?
Nah, actually it was a loss on the business side, but it was just one of the moves made, man. Just a choice. Like, all right, he had 2 daughters. It's freezing. You know how Columbus it get real out here. So I just did that. And it's something been doing, was taught to do it actually. So it seems normal too. That seemed normal.
Yeah.
So it's something we got from our mom and stuff.
Yeah. So really, it was just a spiritual investment.
Yeah.
Something that just allow you. Sometimes you don't even realize why certain things coming to you and only you. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Because you make choices like that, you know what I'm saying, just out the kindness of your heart. So, I want to commend you on just that, man, because,
Yes, sir.
Appreciate like I said, we always got to reach back at some point in time and help somebody, man. And like I said, you helped me a lot with this book, man. It's a lot of game in here,
how to own $1 million and keep it. So if you got something like on your mind, if you could think it, you could do it. Stay true to you and push through it. You'll see things. People don't see the struggle you go through with it. Just keep fighting in that. Like stay in that motherfucking ring, man. Keep fighting, and you'll come out a winner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Indeed, man. So, well, I was finna ask you, man, did you have anything that you wanted to tell the people, man? But you just kind of said it right there. But,
Yeah.
is there anything else that you want to promote and tell our viewers, our people,
Yeah,
anything that you want them to tap into?
So I'm gonna say, tap into the book. Right now, I ain't really promoting. I just appreciate being here and what you got going on. And I'll be back. You know, we gonna build. We're gonna keep it moving. It's a movement. So tap in with us. The Owner on Instagram. Check it out. We got some stuff on there. I ain't selling y'all nothing. We just chilling. You know, pop up.
Yeah. And listen, if you coming from out of town and you need a short-term rental,
Absolutely.
definitely tap in with bro. He got some nice short-term rentals. He got the big boy SUVs. If you need Sprinter vans, tap in with him. You know what I'm saying?
Here in Georgia. We in Columbus, Ohio. We in Georgia.
Yes, sir. So, hey, man, once again, I appreciate your time, my brother. I know your schedule is tight, but you made time to come by.
Make time. It ain't never
talk
tight,
to us, man. So, hey, big shout out to Mr. BIGMANNGrier. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? We release him. We got to get him home. And make sure y'all tap into these books. And matter of fact, man, before you get up out of here,
yes, sir,
I want to give you a book courtesy of Mr. BIGMANNGrier called Tap Into Your Superpowers.
Fire.
Yeah,
Amen.
That's on us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. I'm a reader too, man. I really read. If you want to get over your problems, read. Like it'll put you here, so you got more for your brain to work with to deal with whatever you're going through.
Indeed. And listen, until next time, make sure you always tap into your superpowers. Shout out to 614 Film.
Powers, I got some of them. The power to make people move without touching them. It's hard to see people's views without judging them. I say peace to the God. I was wonderful.
It's just like this. When I started in this situation, I didn't know I could write. Because I never took that initiative to put the pen to the paper. But I wasn't no